He got the footage and there's nothing there. He promised to share this with me. Till this day, I'm waiting for the footage that he said he will share. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Usne Hope and that is the name of the channel. I opened this channel just to share about my GBV experience and how the South African law is basically at this point failing me at every end. So if you would like to support me, please do subscribe, like, and do all those nice things that you do on YouTube channels. Let's get down with the story. So where do I start? So guys, if you catch me looking down, I have a notebook where I wrote the points because I found that in my previous videos, I go everywhere before thinking, going straight to the point. So that's how it will go. Have you subscribed? So today we're in a better mood, and I hope it stays this way. Life isn't going well. We're just choosing to be positive and be cognizant of the fact that we're alive. God is good all the time, and I have people that love and support me, which I am very grateful for. So without further ado, let's get into the story time. And before I forget, let's address this. I'm sorry, I promised that the following video would have been my vlog to the court case. However, the court case isn't completed yet, and I was requested by the magistrate not to share anything. So I will share that vlog once once the case has been closed and a judgment has been made. I'm already in love with you guys. So if this is the first video that you come across in this channel, so I'll give you a backstory. I was in love. I had a very short relationship with a soldier guy and it did not end well. Guy beat me up. Well, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like me saying that he beat me up. Guy tortured me almost to death, and I was stupid not to choose to lay charges right away, hoping that he will show remorse and, you know, make right what he could. So Guy had also prevented me from going to work, and at the time, not knowing that he was the one who stole my laptops, I thought due to the fact that he had removed my laptop bag from the room which we were staying at, or rather booked at, my laptops went missing or were stolen from the car. I felt that he needed to pay me at least one laptop so that I can continue working. Guy was not happy with that. He chose not to, and continue to swear at me every single day. That is when I realized that, well, you know, killing him with kindness, well, being kind to him and showing him love and support. Imagine somebody has beaten you up and you continue to show him support. So loving and caring for him was not working, and he wasn't willing to make right his wrongs. What else was I supposed to do there? I sought the intervention of the law to try and assist. This is about that story time, basically how the South African police services are just not willing to do their job. The story goes like this. On the 10th of January, this guy tortures me almost to death, sees the messages that he wants to see, goes through my phone entirely, and needs to go to work. He demands 15,000 rand from me. I opt not to give him, and he chooses then to take my laptop back and says I'll get it the day I give him this 15,000 rand. Till this day, I don't know why did I need to give him the 15,000 rand. He claimed that it was for money that he had spent on me, of which, honestly, the money that he had spent on me was far less than even 7,500 rands, which is half of the 15,000 rands that he wanted to give to take. So I go to the police station, and he also takes my phone, basically. I go to the police station later on the day seeking for a J88 in order to have a record of this physical assault. And when I'm there, the lady that assisted me, the police officer that assisted me, which was a lady, she says, now what can you, how can I help you? Even though you're not getting a J88, because I didn't get a J88 on that day because I was not opening a case. So there was no need, and basically that's how it's done. So this lady says, you're at the police station right now. How do I help you? Apart from you getting the J88, which you're not getting. And I tell him that, well, please call the guy and have him bring back my cell phone. I need to contact my family back home. He brings my cell phone and he brings my laptop back. Because my body was painful, I was not able to take the bag later on into the room. So I left it in the car. The reasoning behind this, yes, my body was sore. I wouldn't have been able to carry that bag really. But also to add to it was the fact that the place was safe. So I didn't stress about it, because later on in the evening, I did go and fetch this guy and I didn't ask him to take the laptop back. So I leave the bag in the car. And the following morning, getting ready to come back home, I realized that my laptop bag is missing. I call him. He says he does not know where the laptop bag is. I searched everywhere, and I couldn't find the bag. So I called the cops, and I had to wait to get a police officer come take my statement. They come to take my statement, and I request for that fingerprints be taken from the car. I get that, and the following day, this guy asked me not to leave. This is my ex-boyfriend I'm referring to now. He asked me not to leave, and I get a call. I get a call from the investigating officer in charge of this case, which is Surgeon Chabedi. I get a call from Surgeon Chabedi. I opt to go to his offices and go see him, of which I do. I relay a story. He makes me write the contents and the prices of the things that were in the bag, or everything that went missing, because including the bag, he wanted the price of the bag as well. So I do that, and he wants the serial numbers of the laptops. I had one because I had attempted to sell it, which didn't go well. So I still had that laptop with me. So I sent him that serial number, and the other laptop, I tell him that I will send it when I'm home. So this was a Wednesday. Thursday, I'm still in this place. And Friday, I return home. Well, I think from trauma, because I had just been tortured by this person, I come back home, I am lying. And actually, the nature of my injuries were just obvious that it wasn't a car accident. Also, I had to further attend to my ear, which was damaged when this guy tortured me. So I ended up forgetting the I'm losing track of my thoughts. I ended up forgetting about sending the other serial number. Days later, I get an SMS informing me that the case has been closed due to lack of evidence or something like that. I'll put the screenshot right here of the message that I get on that day from the SAPS. I blame myself for not having sent the serial number of the other laptop, and I just let it go. With this now leads me to pursue that I feel that, since it is due to the fact that my ex-boyfriend took the laptops from a place of safety, he must pay at least one laptop so that I can continue to work. And he keeps on refusing. He gives me the runaround for my money for the longest time. This guy is playing games with me. He does realize that I need a laptop. He can't afford it because he needs to save money to have a traditional ceremony in his family in June. This is January. So I'm not allowed to earn a living. I'm not allowed to work because in January, because he needs to have a traditional ceremony in June. So each and every cent that he has, he needs to save it, and he is saving towards that traditional ceremony. So Mina, my needs are taking a back seat. Fine. I let it go. The case has been closed. I do nothing to a point whereby this guy, after torturing me, lived to insult and swear at me almost on a daily. He was not remorseful. He was proud of what he did. He would say something like, just because ngikushayile, which translated means just because I hate you. He felt justified that he hit me, and it was light. It was something light to him. So I'm opening a balaclava so that I be drinking and quench my thirst while I am telling you the story. I love that sound, by the way. Cheers. So up to a time whereby I let him know that, you know what, I'm living, my life has taken a huge knock. My livelihood has been severely affected, and you don't care. And meanwhile, you are the cause of all of this. This then means that I will have to open a case against you for the assault, because me playing kind with you and thinking for you, it's really not working. I go ahead and do this. I go and open a case. I travel almost 400 kilometers. I open a case against this guy. Fine. So that was the 15th of February. On the 26th of February, I received a phone call, and around 9:30 in the evening, I'm already sleeping. I received a phone call from a number that I do not have on my phone, so I don't recognize this number. So I pick up this number, and this person just does not speak. They call again. They don't speak again. I call, they pick up, and they don't speak. So from there, I get an SMS. From when I opened this SMS, I realized that from before they had called me the first time, they had sent an SMS. So it means that, to me, that clearly showed me who was sending these SMSs, because it was somebody that knows ukuthi I'm a deep sleeper, but perhaps sometimes a phone call will wake me, and that's when I'm going to see the SMS. So I call again. I call this number again, and they pick up and don't speak. I then send a message. I send a text again asking them to please talk. And now the phone is closed, is switched off. This I don't know at this point. However, when I call again for the third time, I'm calling for the third time. The phone is now off. Ever since we call, I call my people, I call my mom, I call my sister to please call his number, because I did suspect that it was my ex-boyfriend who did this. The language that he's using. I know my nails. And guys, I live in a small town. Just sorry to sidetrack, but I don't like the nails that they do here. So while I'm here, my nails remain undone. I have made peace with it. I hope you too would make peace with it, and not prevent you from subscribing. Sure. So the way that this guy had written, I knew it was my ex. If you don't write in full format, in full sentences rather, you can make out when it's somebody, you can make out who wrote that message. So it was very clear. So I get my aunts, my sisters to call him, and he's not picking up. He isn't picking up. However, when I called, what I forgot to mention is this guy was walking. This person, whomever, you can feel, yes, he was quiet, but you could hear on the phone that he's walking. sharp. I then call, so right about now, it is about 2:10. I called the lady brand SAPS. I relayed my story to them, and they let me know that they don't have vans. If you know, in South Africa, when there is a crisis, they never have vans to attend any matter for that matter, but there are vans for police officers to cruise around with their girlfriends or any personal matter. So fine, I am on a call with these. I relate with this person at the police station who lets me know that there isn't a van to go and check if my bag is there. Oh, what I need to forget before calling the cops, I did, because this message, like it said, please call the BNB, which is City Stay. Please call City Stay. Your oh no, it didn't say. It said please call the BNB. In this town, it will let you know your bags are there. So who else know that I had traveled to that town? Who else do I know who is there at that time at this point besides my ex-boyfriend? So I called the BNB and they let me know that yes, there is something at the gate, but they're afraid to touch it. So they say they're gonna call their boss. They call their boss and their boss says I must call the investigating officer to come pick it up. I let them know that investigating officers work a 9 to 5, so it was impossible for them to get it. To come for an investigating officer to come pick it up now. From them, yes, it became, a back and forth between me, the police station, and the BNB. The police station, forever, I'm calling, every couple of minutes, still no van. And these people saying that they don't have a van. And the BNB people saying that they aren't able to take, what if it's a bomb? Say they thought of the worst possible scenario and they didn't want to be involved. So they asked me to call the cops. Until about 2 a.m. That's when I got a call from the police saying that they are at the gate and there's nothing, which means the ladies that work at the BNB decided to take the bag in. Sorry. So from there, the following day, I had to call the BNB and ask if they did take the laptop. And guys, the 26th of February, I think was a Saturday. Let me just double check on that. So I confirmed that. So yes, I've confirmed that the 26th of February was on a Saturday. Fine. The following morning I called the thing in the people at City State. They say, okay, fine, now get the police to come back to come there. I called the lady that had assisted me when I went to the police station the first time, and she lets me know that the investigating officer in charge of my case is not around, is on leave. So she will liaise the picking up of the bag the following day, and she does exactly that. I conversed, I relayed this message back to the people at the BNB who are not happy, but what choice do they have? So in the call with me and the police station, I had let them know, because at some points I felt like they weren't doing their job. Had I traveled from where I stayed to that other town, I would have gotten there before the police got there. So that's it. I get a call the following day. Now this is the 28th of February. I get a call from the investigating officer, and who lets me know that he has gotten feedback, or rather communication, about my laptops. They are there. They have been picked up. Wada 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 wada. Oh, I forgot to mention. So when they were picked up the previous day on the 27th, no, guys, no, 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 no. They were picked up on the 28th of February, being a Monday. Um, they were picked up on the Monday, and I think I got the call the same day. The lady did send me a picture and asking me to validate that thingy, identify. Sekgowa, bazalwane, I'm not English. So I get a call that thing from the investigating officer, and we have a discussion. Ukuthi, could you please go to the B&B and get the footage of who dropped the police, I mean, who dropped the laptop off. These are the times that I got the SMSs, so it will definitely be this, I mean, before this time. Mm. Yeah, so it will definitely before this time. Sorry, I was just back with thinking. So it will definitely be before this time. So please just double check Oguti, who get the footage and see who it was. Please do your work, investigate. Basically, that was what I was saying. If I were to backtrack again, is even when my laptops were missing, had gone missing initially, I did ask the investigating officer to please request a full footage of the video um of the day my laptop went missing, and he did not. So what I had done is that I had gotten some of the footage from the owner of this establishment himself. And then going forward, this guy keeps on saying that I will send you the footage, I will send you the footage once I get it. Oh well, at that time he says once he gets it. Sharp. Life goes on. Life goes on. On the 1st of March, this my ex-boyfriend gets a thingy, gets released from deployment, and he tells me, Oguti, he's coming back. When he tells me that he's coming back, because I had his car keys, I had his house keys as well, I fetched him. And again, I attempted that we reconcile. That to a fail. I ended up with his phone, and I go to the police. I see some nasty stuff on myself. I go to the police station, and while at the police station, I find messages which came as a surprise to me, because I had never thought of a thingy. So going to his messages, I had only searched his WhatsApp and his pictures. Um, I get his messages, and I go. Well, I don't know how to explain this. So basically, I was busy touching. So this would be the phone. I'm touching his phone because I'm recording on my phone. So I was busy touching his phone, just so that his phone does not lock, because I don't have access to unlocking it. While touching his phone, I didn't care what was happening. I didn't think I was doing anything, but I looked down on his phone, and I find this message right here that was sent to City Stay. To my shock, this then means that this is the guy who had stolen my laptops. I go back, I see messages that were sent to me, the messages that I received on the 26th of February. I when it's my turn to be assisted by the police at the charge office, they let me know that they refuse to assist. They say I must call the police in Lady Brand. I convey this message to the police in Lady Brand. They don't care. The investigating officer asked me, when is this guy coming back? I let him know, and he's like, no, we'll investigate there. We'll have thingy his phone searched. Fine. The 5th, he was going to go back on the 15th of March. The 15th of March happens. He comes back, nothing was done. I called the investigating officer, Sergeant Chabedi. He is just not willing to do anything. He tells me now he's changed his story. He's not going to investigate. He's changed his story to saying that this is not a case. This is not a case, and he lets me know that he did go to the BNB for the footage. He got the footage, and there's nothing there. He promised to share this with me. Till this day, I'm waiting for the footage that he said he will share. Fast forward, I'm calling these people almost every week, because when you call these people from Lady Brand police station, they will always tell you, I'm coming back. I mean, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. And for me, I'll give you a week. I was giving them a week until I escalated the issue to his superior. I think it's called his branch commander, who was of no assistance to me as well. Fast forward, I keep on doing the same thing. I call them, and they do the same thing as well. I'll get back to you. A week later, they haven't called. I call, same thing. I'll get back to you. Nothing ever gets resolved until this one time. I called the superior as well. The superior's number as well. This time, I find a warrant officer, Machaka, whatever. So he was drunk. This was a Friday at around 2 p.m. He is already drunk. That guy was drunk. He couldn't speak because he was like the things that people say when they are drunk, basically. He was so drunk, couldn't speak. And so he asked that I called him on Monday. Monday, I called him. Did I call on Monday, or Monday was a public holiday and I called on Tuesday? But yes, the next working day I did call to find out that he didn't know. He says, give me the case numbers. I gave him the case number and he still does nothing. Again, I'll call you. And he doesn't call. To a point whereby I was now ready to go fetch my laptops. I called the police officer who in my town. I'll do a story time of how this guy brought police officers to my place. And yes, so I called that, who is a Kelner, basically the head of the station. So I call her and she was not available. And I speak to the person who was working on her behalf, who was her stand-in. And he advises me who to call. I call this person, I call the station manager, station commander that side, whom I can't reach, and then I call his deputy, whom I did reach much later in the day. It was already late, and who did let me know that he isn't able to assist me because it was very late. I wake up the following morning. I call him. I called the station manager again. His phone was he didn't answer his phone, so thereby I called the deputy again, who promises to assist. While after calling his deputy, the station manager or the station commander calls me back, and I relay my story. He tells me the same story, that it's not a case, they're not going to work on it. However, I had no other choice. I did travel to go pick up my laptop bag. I get there, and to my surprise, my one laptop is not working. It is broken. I relayed this to the investigating officer. He's like, oh, and my charger is not missing. My charger, my vest, and my perfume is missing from the bag. I let him know this, and he's like, this is what we got, and this is what you're getting. Just sign for what you got and leave us the hell alone. That's, in essence, that's the message that I got. Leave us the hell alone. You got what you got. Be grateful, and just leave us the alone. I relayed this to, so I had arranged for a meeting with the station commander later on in the day. So while waiting this with the station commander, I speak to the investigating officer in charge of my of the case, the GBV case, of the assault case, basically. And he refers me to go to a certain office in the investigating thingy, quarters. And I go there, and this guy did offer me, he didn't offer me, he didn't promise, I'm saying offer, he didn't promise me the whole word. However, he did give me options, that he did tell me of options that could be done. He's not promising that he, the investigation will be successful. However, this could be done, this could be done, this could be done, and it hasn't been done. Why? And he was going to probe into why it wasn't done. However, because I had already arranged a meeting with the police, with the station commander that side. Whatever we discussed was null and void at a later stage, because he can't overrule his superior. So fine, I had planned on going home that day. But like I said on my previous video, that Mia and this police lady, have become sort of friends, and she asked me to stay. And I ended up sleeping at her place. And the following morning, I do my little stupid investigation that leads me to findings of where my ex-boyfriend was at on the set date of me receiving the messages, or the messages being sent. I get pictures, even though this girl is on some, I'm not willing to testify. However, she's like, no, I know somebody who is willing. The reason why this girl did not want to testify is because she was my ex-boyfriend's girlfriend, and she is married. With that being said, I had parked my car in the station commander's office, whatever, I don't know what that side of the station was. So while there and getting ready to go, there's this guy who was speaking to me, Jay. I see the station commander, and I let him know on the revelation that I have come across, and he instead opts to set up an urgent meeting, an immediate meeting with Chabedi and Matlaka at that time. That meeting, I am severely dissatisfied with how this case has been handled. Yet, this police commander goes on to say, this is how he welcomes these gentlemen into the room. My dear police officers, I know how hard you work, and how much effort you put into your work. However, we have this problem. So all I am is a problem. So we relay the story. So backtrack. I opened the case, the theft, in January. I did not mention anything about the assault. I only mentioned the assault in February, when I opened the second case, which is assault related. So now this Chabedi guy then now tells me, Uguti, mina, I stole my own laptops. He confesses that he has never done any investigation at all. I arranged for them to bring it back. And my question is, how? When I was 400 kilometers away, how the hell did I bring these laptops back? He doesn't have an answer for that. He then disputes that I opened a case in January. And this guy, and tells me I opened it in February. Just so that he can link the fact that I am only opening, I stole my laptops, opened a theft out of a motor vehicle, whereby in my statement I had very much stated the fact that I do not know who stole. I had no suspicions. I did not have any suspects of who could possibly stolen my vehicle, my laptop bag. But now the reason why I opened the case is because I wanted to pin it on my boyfriend. The reason why from the 10th from the 11th of February, from the 11th of January to the 22nd or the 22nd of April, this guy has not done any investigation, is because I then, on the 15th of February, went and opened an assault case against against my ex-boyfriend. How does from the 11th of January to the 15th or 14th of February, how is there a link between my ex-boyfriend, actually not ex-boyfriend, and the South African Police Services? Between the 11th of January to the 26th of February, what was the link between the police between my ex-boyfriend, my laptops, and my ex-boyfriend having stolen them, whatever. I get frustrated each time I tell the story. So yes, fast forward, this guy confesses to not have done any investigation. He pins a point on me. He tells me that he misconstructs the dates to suit him. And this police commander does absolutely nothing. SAPS South Africa. Well, SAPS is South Africa. Yes, the our police services in South Africa. Getting paid each month for doing absolutely nothing in most cases. So he then claims that it makes sense I wanted to claim them from insurance. Meanwhile, I had stated that no, I don't. These laptops, whatever was in there, is not insured. He had an excuse for everything except for why he did not investigate any further. I then asked him for the footage that he said he will send me. Who stole the laptop? Who brought back the laptops at the BNB. He says he's never gone there. He confesses. So I asked him, well, you have promised me footage. Where is the footage? What footage were you referring to? He says the footage that you got from me. I already have that footage. I still have that footage. Why are you sending it back to me? Where is the footage now? You were supposed, on the 11th of the 12th of January, when we spoke, you were supposed to go back to the BNB and request the full footage, because all I had was short clips. And you haven't done that. You rely on footage that I made, and he's like, because you opened the case, you're the complainant, I must bring all the evidence. He is not going to do anything because I'm the complainant. Because I'm the complainant, I must do his job and look for evidence and investigate this matter. So the fact that there is a person willing to pinpoint that this guy was nearby where my laptops were found, nothing has been done about it. They then tell me at the end of the meeting, what the discussion was, they're going to reopen the case till today. Today is August, and the case has not been reopened, and this was in April. The case hasn't been reopened. They request me to resend the messages again. I do that. I send the screenshots that I had, but also I include a short video, a short screen recording, basically, of that this is true. I needed to show him, from the relationship when it was still rosy, the messages, or rather the media that we were sending each other, till now, that I'm not lying about this. And nothing has been done. I sent those things. I called till today. It was April till today. I am waiting for feedback. Nothing has been done. And nobody is willing to answer me. Because certainly, all I want to do is to just destroy my boyfriend in any way, in any form. If I tell you that my ex-boyfriend, till now, I am telling him, Mina, I come with peace. I do not hate him. So I will not go to any extra lengths to destroy him. Why would I? When he almost killed me, I still chose to forgive him. Till today, when I see such on my face, when I see this, No, you're seeing my weak secrets. My wig isn't properly. When I see all these marks on my face that are refusing to go away, I still get emotional and thinking most of the time. Yet I still don't hate this guy. Yet the police now feel bona, they can tell me ukuthi mina I'm doing all of this just to spite this guy. I hate him that much. A relationship gone wrong. Now I'm a crazy ex. Basically, I'm a spiteful ex. So I'm gonna look down. I think that is where the story ends. Basically, I have attempted to I have attempted to escalate this to the provincial commander, but you know what? I honestly do not have the the energy anymore. I have been failed by the police in my hometown where I stay. I have been failed by the police there. So I just need to gain I need to regain my financial freedom. Basically, I need to just get back to my thing to the top of things, and then I will go do that via a lawyer. So, guys, thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, like, and share this video. Please do tell me in the comment section about your crazy police stories, or what is the craziest thing that your ex has done to you following an argument. I will see you in the next video.